Yo, so this is the charging brick for my
HDMI splitter, which connects to my
microscope, and it seems to have stopped working for some unknown reason. So today's mission is to figure it out. Why? Let's start off by checking what type of measurements. Zeros. So interesting. Let's pull out the plug. Here's the other side, and let's use a tweezer to short it out. Nothing at all. Okay. Let's tear it apart and let's see what can we find. So I've had this what do you call it, HDMI splitter. It came with this power supply, and I've used it for maybe 3 months, and that's what it took for this Chinese 5 volts 2 amps adapter to fail. It's also a no-name brand. I think the technique will be here just brute power. Yep, unclipped 1 clip, 2 clips, come on. Oh, okay, so the wire inside, that's all it took for it to break. Simple circuit, and I'll put some more right here. Beautiful, and the job is done. Now we can put this back together, and I will close it before we test it, so that if an explosion happens, it won't be in my face. Moment of truth. This screen is so not bright. I'm gonna leave the peel on. Nothing. Let's take it apart again. And we are in again. Let's get a small vise to put this thing in. I still don't know if it charged up the capacitor, so I need to be careful. Otherwise this video will end up on live leak. And let's put it upside down for now. Okay, don't do this at home. So I plugged it in. So now this is live and dangerous. Let's use a multimeter here. AC. Now let's measure. What do we have on the AC part of it? So we have 235. So we have power. And on the output, what do we have on the output? We have nothing. So let's start with the simple things. First, let's use the microscope and find a burned resistor. That's not supposed to be like that, so probably that might be the only thing that failed. Let's disconnect this and let's measure that it's safe. Let's see how much volts does it have here right now. That's 90 volts. Why? I did turn it off. Do I need to unplug it? Let's check now. And now we have 5 volts. Okay, so this is safe to touch. Now let's take out that burned resistor and let's see if we can find something to replace it with. One leg is almost out and the resistor is out. Let's look under the microscope. Check here. So, oh wow, it burned. Wait, what? 3 dots? Yeah, that looks like it burned. Let's try to measure it and let's see what type of measurement does it show, and then I'll use a chart to identify what type of resistance does it have according to these colored bands. Multimeter in ohms mode, automatic range, and we have what? Infinity. Okay, let me identify this by the bands, and then here's what it looks like. The color codes, 220 ohms. So let me just try to find a donor board in my box and maybe we can find the same one. Very important thing is that this resistor should come from a high voltage motherboard and not a low voltage one. I checked everything. I spent, I don't know, maybe an hour. I cannot find a resistor that's 220 volts and 200 ohms, whatever. Our options are this power supply, which I believe is 1 amp and 5 volts, so we might need to modify this, and this one's already feeling like a no to me. We have this one, which, where's the shell? I don't think it would even fit in here, so this requires modification, and I also don't know what is this one pushing, so I believe this is a no. I got this one that's also made in China. Is it broken? No. But 5 volts, 2 amps, so could be perfect. Then we would need to make a plug using something like this. I just found this in one of the boxes. Or we can take one of these power supplies and modify them and then use a step-up converter or something like this to push out the right voltage. But yeah, I'm feeling like I'm just gonna make the right cable. Yeah, I'll just take out this cable, put it on here, plug it in, boom. I wonder if this is glued in. Oh, okay, I can just rip it off like this.
The middle wires don't matter because they are used for data plus and data minus.
There we are. This ugly part pushed out. Let's combine those limbs back together. Alright, so this is how it's gonna be looking, and we will just put some hot glue inside to nicely hold it together. But before that, we probably should test it out. So, and let's check the plug. We have 5.2 volts, so seems to be good. So let's glue the insides and call it a day. And it has now solidified, so it's removed the excess. I think we can call it done. So let's see if if it works now. 5.1 volts. Here's the final step. Plugging it again. Finally,
HDMI splitter
is working. So, oh, and it's only eating 1 watt. Wait, so we could have used something less powerful. Anyway, I'm gonna clean up the desk and thank you for watching. If you want to support my videos, you can always buy me a coffee. Have a nice day.